Millie Bobby Brown is very well known. We all know her for the spectacular character 11. Yet life wasn't generally so easy for the Stranger Things entertainer. She needed to make a solid effort to get where she is presently. Want to know how? In today's video, we are going to show you how Millie Bobby Brown's shocking confession whilst on Stranger Things set about her struggle in the industry. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button for more entertaining videos and press the bell icon to get the latest video updates every time we drop something new. So, let's start. First up, Millie Bobby Brown, one of the stars of Stranger Things, as of late focused on her life before notoriety. This is the very thing that you want to be aware. Millie Bobby Brown might be an easily recognized name with a huge financial balance, however, life wasn't generally so naturally amazing for the Stranger Things entertainer. She was not entirely set in stone as a youngster to prevail in acting that her folks offered to move from London to Hollywood. They needed to take out advances to keep chasing after Millie's fantasies since they were scarcely making enough to get by. So, when she was only 12 years of age, the entertainer uncovered it was extremely hard. There were many tears shed en route, to such an extent that her kin couldn't stand it any longer and got back to the UK. My elder sister has gone. Millie conceded she would have rather not done it in America any longer. There were tears, tears, tears. We went through a few troublesome times, said Millie. Incapable to break into the serious business, the adolescent and her folks got back to England. I was crushed, she conceded. I wasn't landing any positions. I assumed I was done. During a tryout in England, a projecting chief was so brutal to Millie that she burst out in tears. Afterward that day, she applied for the job of 11 in Stranger Things, and her past experience helped her application. I needed to cry during the tryout, Millie said. I hit a home run in light of the fact that my feelings were so crude. Following the tryout, her life was flipped around as she headed out to Atlanta to film the venture, which has since turned into an enormous achievement. While Millie's folks remained her staunchest allies, they liked to stay mysterious because of their devotion to making their little girl a star. Discussing Stranger Things at New German Comic-Con occasion, Brown discovered that a few fans truly don't really like Mike, played by Finn Wolfhard. Millie Bobby Brown, the star of Stranger Things, went to German Comic-Con limited edition in Dortmund, Germany on July 16th, and she was shocked by fans who said they could have done without Mike Wheeler. Assuming that you're thinking about what German Comic-Con is, it's an occasion where a portion of your #1 entertainers go to examine their movies, or then again TV programs. Selfies, signature meetings, proficient photograph shoots, meet and welcomes, and Q&A meetings with the welcome stars are likewise accessible. The show likewise incorporates a cosplay contest, studios, and subsequently more. So this is the very thing that Millie Bobby Brown did at German Comic-Con. Luckily, a fan caught what occurred at the show on TikTok during Millie Bobby Brown's Q&A meeting at German Comic-Con, and a fan got some information about her connection among 11 and Mike and the Stranger Things. Do you like him? Mike, Millie Bobby Brown answers. The fan answered with a no, and Millie Bobby Brown is shocked and taken in energy. She then, at that point, inquires as to whether they like Mike, and most of them say no. Earthly Colored starts clearing up for the German fans why Americans love Mike, and afterwards she inquires as to why they don't. Most of the crowd accepts Mike is certainly not an old buddy. Brown doesn't have any idea how to answer the crowd's reaction, so she lets him know that while Mike isn't generally an old buddy, then Wolfhard, who plays Mike, is. A fan shouts out as Brown examines what she desires to see for Mike in the impending Stranger Things Season 5, saying that they need to see Mike. Say, I cherish you to 11. Brown answers, no kidding. What's up with that? Simply say, you love me, brother, I said. Afterwards, she messes with the crowd that she will tell them and not to visit Germany. The host then, at that point, requests that the crowd lift their hands, assuming that they like Mike, and to lift their hands on the off chance that they don't. Brown answers the isolated crowd by tongue in cheek, saying he's protected here. This entire season was as funny as it was shocking for both the actress and the audience. We cannot wait to see what happens to 11 and Mike in the 5th season of Stranger Things that has been gaining enormous speculation lately. We have been thinking hard about the plot and the story of the last season. Until further notice, the particular Stranger Things Season 5 plot is dim, but the Duffer Brothers have introduced a couple of signs with respect to what the future holds. And goated that they have the whole series choice pretty undauntedly outlined. We comprehend what the fulfillment is, Matt Duffer, as of late, said during a gathering with SFX. It's conceivable that it changes anyway. I accept outlandish because it's one of those endings just feels and has reliably felt right. It similarly feels sort of inevitable. Then when you think about it, you're like, thoughtful, no question, well, that thoroughly as should be. Season 4 shut with each social occasion in Nevada, Indiana, and Russia independently, somewhat coincidentally teaming up to cut down Vecna. While Max traps his mind at the Krill house, Robin, Steve, and Nancy put a match to his weak real construction in the Upside Down. Simultaneously, Mike and Will dunk 11 in a trashy material difficulty tank, and her disconcernment finds its strategy for maxing to help her in clashing against the gigantic Horrible. Nonetheless, as Will states towards the completion of Episode 9, Vecna is not even close to squashed. Now that I'm back in Hawkins, I can feel him. Additionally, he's hurt, he's stinging, yet altogether, he's at this point alive. It's odd knowing this second who it was this whole open door. However, I can anyway review what he thinks at his point of view. He won't stop, ever. Not until he's taken everything. Everyone. We really want to kill him, he seriously tells Mike. In another gathering, the showrunners uncovered that this will be the fundamental fixation of Season 5, as the last episodes return again to set one up. Matt figured out, we're starting to see his oncoming mature enough, genuinely, which has been pursuing in light of multiple factors, some of which are powerful. However, you're starting to see him do something significant. I think you'll see that with a few the individual roundabout fragments, not just with Will, Ross added, however, also with Steve and Nancy in her relationship with Jonathan, where things are not totally settled. The characters have maybe made propels as by virtue of Will, yet that outing isn't done as of now. That is all going to expect a gigantic part as we endeavor to wrap this thing up next season. Season 5 is going to be full speed ahead from the underlying scene. The last choice, in like manner, told the rap, suggesting that whatever happens, it will be near and dear. I saw pioneers crying, who I've never seen cry, and it was wild. Lately, fans have been guessing in regards to what could happen in the fifth and last area. We suspect that time travel could work out incredibly, seeing as the Upside Down was uncovered to be trapped in November of 1983. It's incredibly implausible that any of the essential cast people will isolate before Stranger Things wraps itself up for good, so it's unexpected that they're all set to return for Season 5. That suggests Millie Bobby Brown will be back as 11, Finn Wolfhard will refresh his occupation as Mike Wheeler, and Sadie Sink will be found as the future as Max Mayfield. Anyway, she sorts out some way to get obviousness. Work has officially begun on Stranger Things Season 5. The Duffer Brothers and their gathering have started making the last break of the Netflix series. They bestowed the report on Twitter to a picture of a void whiteboard, as well as another whiteboard that uncovers the season will have an amount of 8 episodes. While we don't have a conveyance date yet, before the reappearance of the Upside Down, the creators have similarly pushed some of what we can expect, including a period skip and an incredible full-length last episode. That's it for today's video. What do you honestly think about disliking Mike from Stranger Things? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. Please click the like button if you enjoyed the video and share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe.